for all the years that I've been here. I can't believe it's been 18 and practically raised my kids here. Since I started just after Jack was born, and now he's 18 and going off to college, hard to believe. This has been a blessing to work here, especially with a family. So many memories here, and it's hard to pick out those that were special because you made us feel like family. This was my second family, and as Dr. Muffelman knows, Monday mornings I would come in here being like, peace and quiet from the chaos at home. But it's been a blessing, and I want to thank you both for that blessing, and you'll be truly missed. And for that we need to thank Pam and Dr. Muffelman because they put us all together, and it's been a great road.
I have worked for Dr. Muffelman for two groupings. I started working with him when I was 18 until I had my first baby in 2007, and then I came back in 2016. They just always have been like a family here. That's what I like about it. Well, I would go more with like a big brother with the funny stories and the stories of getting in trouble when he was younger, or the things that he did in college. Definitely, I would say more of a big brother.
Any idea what they're going to do with all their free time that they have coming up?
I don't know. I'd probably go crazy at first. But I hope that they relax and enjoy, maybe go fishing, or so they were very big into rowing, both of their kids did. So they went to all the events. I think they traveled around the world with Matt to watch him row.
I was there first. Dr. Muffelman called me when I was home having and I had my first child, and he said, do you want to come and work a half a day a week? And I said, I don't know what I would do with my little girl. And, well, Pam will keep her, and then you can keep Matt when Pam works the Thursday. So I worked Tuesday half a day when he was first getting his practice going. I knew him from Riverside because I worked for his boss, Dr. Mitchell, and my boss. And Dr. Muffelman was a resident in family practice. Then he went back to school for a residency in gerontology in Charlottesville at UVA. And when we swapped kids, it was a great experience for our kids because Megan had a playmate in Matt. They're 3 months apart, and Megan would enjoy going to their house on Tuesdays when I worked half a day.
I started when they opened and worked 14 years. And finally they were, not only was I taking care of retirees, doing employee health, and they added assisted living. And it was too much to handle. So he came in, I said, you know a doctor in Gloucester that may need a nurse? And he said, what will it take to get you? So, and enjoy it, and I've enjoyed working here because when I started to work here, he was in the house, and so I've helped to set up all of the bloodborne pathogen control plans, the way we monitor the melanoma patients, and so there are a lot of things that I did because I had the experience of doing it that got him so that he was following what the government wanted him to follow. So it's been really, really nice, and he's been awesome, just awesome to work for. It's been quite an experience, but I've loved every minute of it,
And this is the best job I've ever had. I have worked for almost 60 years, and I've been a nurse almost 60 years. And I have had some jobs, good jobs, bad jobs, but this is the nicest. This is like family, and I'm very grateful for this job. He's been wonderful, and I love his stories. His stories are wonderful, And we start, when we have lunch sometimes, he talks about back in the old days. And I'm way back in the old days too, so I love that. It's wonderful. And let me see. When I came in, I said, I don't know if I can do it or not. I'll just do a few hours. I came in like 10 to 2. And now I'm all day long, 2 days a week, sometimes 3. And it's lovely. It's a family. And I appreciate being part of the family.
So good to me. And when my daddy died, he really helped me out through that struggle. And I could always go to him with problems, and I could talk to him like I could talk to my dad. So he's just, and the fact that they treat us all like their family, you know, just like the kitchen back there where we were sitting. They just have treated all of us like family. It wasn't just a work situation. They did everything they could do to help me. And I feel like I owe them a lot for it. I love them like parents. You know, they just been so good. It's a lot you can say. They're good to everybody. They're good to the whole community, Gloucester and Matthews. And I admire them. I hope one day I'll be able to be like that. I wish he and Pam a great life and they enjoy themselves and they can relax and not work so hard all the time, because that man was here from first thing in the morning till however late he needed to be here to take care of his patients, and his patients are number one to him. And we don't find many doctors like that around anymore, not with the dedication that he has. So thanks, Dr. Muffelman. I love you like a daddy.
Long time. It's been a long ride. I don't want it to come to an end. But how I first met Dr. Muffelman is my son was in Scouts, Boy Scouts, and Cub Scouts, and he bridged over to Boy Scouting, and Dr. Muffelman was giving up his position with the Boy Scouts. So they asked me to take over his position. So they gave me his phone number, and I called him, and I explained to him who I was and how I needed his material so I could continue on. And that's how I met him. And so when he came to my house to drop off the material I needed, I was not home, but my husband was there. And he was talking to my husband, Russell. And Russell was telling him how I was starting to look for a job because our daughter was going to be graduating and wanted to go to x-ray school. Next thing I know, I get a phone call from Dr. Muffelman asking me, did I want a job? I'm like, whoa. I didn't even apply or anything. It just blew me away. And I said, oh, yes, I do. And he gave me he said, for 2 days a week. I said, I'll take it. Then when he called me back, he said, how about 3 days a week? Because Julie wanted to go do 2 days a week. I said, oh, I'll take it. I'll take it. And so before I came here to be interviewed by Dr. Muffelman and Pam, I fell and slipped and hurt my back. So on the day of my interview, my husband had to drive me. So I'm walking here seeing the office with a hurt back. That never looks good for an interview, but I did. And I was interviewed, and I found out that Pam's birthday is September the 3rd and mine's the 4th. So we have celebrated our birthdays together in the office. And I came to work, And shortly after I came to work, Darlene, who's here to be interviewed, she had trouble finding a chart. And so I was dubbed the nickname AKA Sherlock, because I could always find the charts. So, I'm Alice Dennis, AKA Sherlock. Then my daughter was applying for x-ray school, and he wrote her a beautiful recommendation. And through that, they only accept 13 a year. She did not get one of the first 13. So Dr. Muffelman placed a call. He knew the lady that was in charge of it. And Dr. Muffelman, she told Dr. Muffelman, don't worry, she was the next on the list. And it's always one or two who drop out. So sure enough, that's what happened, and Amy got the phone call that she was going to be in x-ray school. And we came and told Dr. Muffelman. And he was excited. Here we were in the hallway, hugging each other, jumping up and down, because Amy got into x-ray school. And I don't know if she would have got in without his recommendation. And she is a x-ray tech to this day, loves her job. So if it wasn't for him, I don't know if she would have gotten in. So there's been a lot of personal things with my family that he has stepped up to the plate and did. He didn't have to, but he was there.
Came to work for Dr. Muffelman and Pam, and we were in the house that across the street. We all loved the house. Our office was upstairs. Dr. Muffelman's office was upstairs as well. He kept a very neat office. He had slides from one side of the floor to the other, but they did get organized finally. Wanted to enter him in a messy office contest, but then I thought that wouldn't be fair. I saw it in a professional magazine to enter your boss into a messy office contest. Let's see if that's stupid. Just loved working for him. He never, ever was angry with anyone, no matter how bad or what you did. He treated all of us fairly, equally, and fed us well. I'd probably been 20 pounds lighter, and the parties and the lunches and the birthdays were always very special. They treated everyone so special. And he's not only a friend and he's not only a boss, but he's also a wonderful friend of mine. He will help you out with anything you need to do. And I wish them the very best and both their new chapter in life, and hopefully that everything will turn out just perfect for them. That's it. I just want to tell him I do love y'all both very much. You're very kind people. Thank you.
It just dawned on me, this is the second time he's bailing me out of a miserable job.
So,
Don't trust me on that.
It was like,
oh, you're just in time.
Hey, Darlene.
Darlene, for the group shot.
Are you?
Right back here.
Over there by Carolyn.
This is our farewell.
Oh, okay.
So maybe you could stand in between, right there, perfect.
Yep.
She's. And what have you guys decided that you're gonna?
I don't know. We didn't decide anything.
you see
What did
Julie?
you say?
Can you see Julie?
I can see Julie. Yes.
Okay, I'm just worried about Julie.
Maybe. All right. So what are we just gonna wave?
What?
I think we should.
We're not gonna sing "We Are Family."
Sing as long as you all sing. I'm gonna sing it by myself.
Julie, he doesn't. We're singing retirement.
We're not singing.
We're family.
He doesn't
We
want
are
that
family.
term retirement.
He didn't like
We needed to have a little family. I like that.
Happy long vacation.
No.
Retirement. He doesn't like the word
No,
retirement.
no retirement.
We love you. We love you. We miss you.
Yeah. No,
We
not
love
yet.
you.
We love you all and we'll see you soon.
That's nice.
Oh, yeah.
We knew we needed dogs.
Me?
Who are you talking to? Your hair's so blonde. We need to hang out more with Darlene.
She looks so young.
She is young.
All right, ready? 3, 2.
What are we gonna say?
We love
Good
you all.
Lord.
We'll see you soon.
Huh?
We love you all and we'll see
There's
you
only 2 of them.
We love you. We hope to see
We
you
took,
soon.
we add this in for Pam too.
Yes.
Okay.
We should have thought about
We
that
love you
before.
both. See you soon.
Yes.
Okay.
Thanks
And
for the
wave.
great years.
3,
Away?
2. We
love you all.
That's the one we're gonna use.
Come on, say we love you both, not all.
First take is always the best. I don't know.
love you both.
Okay, all right, let's just each say our own thing.
Oh,
Just-
no.
No.
No. Let's
We
do
just
the
say
group.
1, 2, 3.
We never said
We
one.
love you both. See you soon.
Okay, let's do that.
All right.
1,
Perfect.
2, 3.
We love you both. See you soon.
That was great.